Well, and here we are, back at our 24-hour race of Le Mans, and we are now at the end of lap 15, and that will mean that the other LMP1 cars will come into the pits. Let's see how far we can jump ahead. We're first. This is, of course, only a very brief moment that we all spent in P1, because I will have to come in at the end of this lap as well. Because of the crash we suffered earlier this race. Suffer clings too passive. Because of the crash that I had, and that was fully my fault in the first part, we have we're delayed by 1 lap in terms of the fuel stops in comparison to all of the other LMP1 cars. But for now, we're first. Back into the pits we go. Fuel is coming in. We hear a V8 LMP2 car just flying by. But we're 4th. We're 4th and we're 5th, and only just 5th. That was the Oreca Audi that is just ahead of us now, and we have actually passed our teammate Michael Krumm and the other Roll Center racing cars. So we are now hunting the Oreca Audi, to whom we caught up. Look at this, down the S's there. This is him. Stefano Telli, now just ahead of us. So I think in the middle of the night now, there is an opportunity for us to properly gain a position against another car in class. This was the last stop that I did without tyre changing. Now that I've reached the back of the LMP1 queue, I will now also put on fresh tyres at every lap, because it feels like, yeah, this is an unfair advantage. We already realized that in the first part of this video. So I will now change tyres every time I come into the pits. And this is also at the end of lap 17 now. And we're getting close to Stefano Telli. Running a bit wide here into Tertre Rouge, but we get a good exit still. And let's see. We have the quicker car in a straight. So now on the Mulsanne straight, we will have the opportunity to get by at some point. Can we even do it ahead of the first chicane, the Daytona chicane? And look at that. Yes, we do. Up to P4. Now get the braking right. Right, left, right, missing middle apex there a bit. But still, we stay ahead of Otelli. And now I think we can already start to build a gap. And we are up to P4 in LMP1 already. So, recovery job done, I think. Everything from here will be a bonus, but there is still 1 hour and 15 minutes in this race to catch up to JJ Lehto, Tom Christensen and Alexander Frey, who's leading this race in the Courage competition car. So the Audi is not having a great 24 hours of Le Mans so far. Alain McNeish is already out, and Lehto and Christensen in 3rd and 2nd respectively as we go into Mulsanne corner. Oh, but I run very wide here, missed the braking, and that's Otelli back through into P4. I was a bit too happy too early there. But look at that. Again, slipstream. Again, the quicker car in the straight. Next corners that are coming up are Indianapolis and Arnage. And from there is where the Audis should perform a bit better. Tricky braking for Indianapolis. Defending the inside as Otelli had a little look there around our outside. Now Arnage, very short straight here. Another 90-degree corner. Another time that I run wide. And Otelli might have had a chance there as well. But yeah, the Audi just lacking power. Now though, the Porsche curve's coming up. Most challenging bit of the circuit. Otelli has a little look down our inside, now round our outside. Thinks better of it. Again, missing apexes here and there. Well, that's looking good now. 4 chicanes. This is where we start to gain on the AI. He has a little look. But then I think we can now fully confirm that we are up to P4 as we start lap 19. Next stop's not too far away. And this is me immediately jumping to that next pit stop. Momentarily we are back into the race lead because the other LMP ones have stopped. Let's see with that next pit stop if we can stay ahead of Otelli. We have one of the Aston Martins that are going to lose another lap against us. But this is a bit of an unfortunate point to meet them because I have to stay behind as I will take the pit entry. And as I already said, from now on I will always change tyres as well. So we won't have an advantage. It's rather a disadvantage. We saw so far this season the Audis have the quicker pit stops. A lot of trouble there. Not trouble. A lot of traffic there in the pits as well. 50.9 seconds. As we see on the horizon, the sun already starting to rise again. So we've made it through the night pretty much. We're still 4th, which is a very good sign. Well, there's a car behind us. That's not Otelli though. This is Marco Apicella in one of the J-Log Lamborghinis. We made a bit of contact with him even. As he briefly unlaps himself into the Dunlop chicane. This is a bit unfortunate because now we have to relap him, but yeah, on cold tires. Temperatures, I mean it's summer, so it's not too cold, and the tires are already gaining temperature, but yeah, this first run through the S's was a bit critical. But here we are, lap 23, below the 1 hour mark now. And we are back. Tire temperatures are in the correct window. And look ahead. Some traffic. And in the middle of that traffic is the next Audi. ADT champion Audi of JJ Lehto. Championship leader as it stands. So this would be a very, very crucial move. But for now, we have to navigate traffic. This could help us, but this could hold us back as well. Let's see how this goes. And we met these two Ferraris at a bit of an unfortunate point on track into this very fast but still technical bit. So we lost a bit of time and Lecter gained on us. And look at that, he's just one chicane ahead of us. And we all know we have that great advantage in a straight line. So you just have to make it to Turtle Rouge, and from there we will gain automatically because we have the faster car. I said it at the beginning of this season, before we started it. 2005 was the last year of the Audi R8 LMP. So this is a very unfortunate angle that we meet the sun at there. Through the Dunlop Bridge. A beautiful shot, but yeah, very distracting at a rather technical part. So I'd rather not have that. But yeah, I said at the beginning of the season, the R8 2005 was the last year for them in Le Mans. They won every edition that they've been part of, except 2003. So 5 wins from 2000 to 2005. But by the end, yeah, I think they were even nerfed a bit by the ACO, which is the organising body of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. But still, they were unbeatable the first 2 races this season. Today, right now, it looks like they're going to get beaten. And here is my move for a podium position. I think he even tried to fight it, tried to defend, but yeah, what is he going to do? It seems like we have 5-6 kph more on the straights. He gets in our mirrors again, filling them. But yeah, as soon as we are on the power, out of the Michelin chicane, nothing he could do. So, this is lap 25 that we are in now. And look at that. That's the second placed Audi now ahead of us. Tom Christensen, real life winner of that event. One of his record 9 wins that he took at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2004. And this is actually quite funny because in P2, in terms of Le Mans wins, with 6, I think it is Jackie X, the father of Vanina X, who we are competing as in this season. So this is a bit of a family rivalry here, as we pass Tom Christensen to try and keep that record in the X family for a bit longer. Up to P2. But again, pit stops are coming up. Christensen and the other LMP1s will come in at the end of this lap, though he tries to fight it. He will have the outside for Renage though. So I think we will retain the position, which we do. But yeah. Still, I think at least 3-4 pit stops even that we will all have. I think 3. But again, we have the advantage of staying up 1 lap longer, and this will become proper advantage towards the end. As Christensen tries it through the Porsche curves, oh dear. Luckily he backs out of it, because this could have gone wrong for the 2 of us. But yeah, what I was about to say was that we will have an advantage, as our last pit stop can be a bit shorter than those of our opponents. And actually, there is just one opponent ahead of us, Alexander Frey, right now. Christensen will be in the pits. We will come in at the end of the lap that we start right now. I'll briefly take the race lead. Let's see if there still is a possibility for us to win this one. 45 minutes still on the clock as I missed the braking point for the Dunlop chicane. Run through the gravel. Difficult with the side still, as the sun is still on the rise. giving us a face full of light. And, well, we jump ahead in time quite dramatically here, because that stint afterwards, we stayed in P2, pretty much nothing happened. We pretty much saw nobody. A very, very lonely stint we had there. But this is curious. As we leave the pits for what will be a penultimate pit stop, there will be one more, but this can be a shorter one with just 20 minutes still on the clock now. So, Tom Christensen somehow has repassed us, so that very lonely stint that we had probably wasn't as good. The stint before, where we passed both of the ADT champion Audis that are still running, that might have been the best stint of our race so far. But well, here I lost out to Christensen that stint later, and ahead of the second to last pit stop, no, after the second to last pit stop, he has regained P2, as I'm trying to get the calculation right how much fuel I will have at that last stop. Once again, I won't change tires, because to be fair, I mean, it doesn't make sense. This will be for 2 laps, and I assume for this the AI surely won't change tires for 2, maybe even 1 lap. I think for us it will be 1 or 2 laps only. We will definitely have to come in. We can't stretch it as far as to make it to the end now. But surely it's 2 or 1 laps of fuel that we need. And then, therefore, for the AI it would be 2 or 3 laps, so they're not going to put fresh tyres on. At least that's what I hope. Because that feels really silly, putting on tyres for that short of a stint. Well, anyway, we reach some more traffic as we're still hunting down Tom Christensen to retake P2 in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, to at least beat all of the Audis. We are really gaining quickly on him, running a bit wide then. Out of Maison Blanche. Into the full chicane. Where can we attack? Can we do it on the pit straight already? I don't think so. But this time somewhere on the Mulsanne straight, probably even the first part of it. I think Tom Christensen will have nothing to defend anymore. Look at that, we get even pretty close into the Dunlop chicane, but I won't take unnecessary risks at this point. Just over a quarter of an hour left in this race. How many laps will there still be? I think 4 maybe. The lap after this one, I think the Audis will have to come in again out of Tête Rouge though. We don't even need to rely on pit stops. As I'm past Tom Christensen and up into P2 once again. So, we're second now. And this is us making it towards the pit straight. for the 35th time this race. Every 5 laps, the LMP1s had to stop. Alex Frey is in the lead of this race. He will come in with his courage right now. I don't know how far ahead he is. I think the last time we checked it was like 10-15 seconds ahead of Christensen as we run into the back of Apicella once again as I come with a bit of excess speed there. Into the race lead we go. Past the courage that is pitting for fuel right now. And it will only be 2 laps of fuel that he needs. We will have to come in at the end of this lap. And I can tell you now, quick maths, this lap and the next one. And then we'll see the checkered flag. At the end of lap 37. We're now in 36. I can even do a shorter pit stop. Less fuel going in. Almost running right there. Into the gravel of Tertre Rouge. Everything is confirmed now. We need a good end lap. And we did get a good end lap. Can pretty much skip that because, well, the long run on the Mulsanne straight. Very unspectacular. Into the pits we go. And this is crunch time. This is the pit stop that decides who will win the 24 hours of Le Mans 2005. It's not going to be the powerful Audis that have dominated these races before and that have dominated this season. It is Roll Center Racing Dallara SP1 against Courage competition. We're still first. Fuel is in. We're released. Still going with the pit limiter in. We can release it now. A car has just passed us, but I think this is someone who's a lap down. Yes, it is. We retain the lead. Checking the mirrors left and right. I don't immediately see any car there. So, it is all about a clean lap now. We just need to finish that lap without any incident, and we will have won the 24 hours of Le Mans against all odds. But first, let's complete this lap. There's still some traffic ahead of us, but we reached them on the Mulsanne straight, so they shouldn't be an issue. Giving us a bit of slipstream. Oh, this is Apicella again. We're past him. Clock's running out. It will have run out at the end of this lap. So, is this our victory lap? First win of the season it would be for us. And at exactly the right place. Still around half a lap of the Circuit de la Sarthe still to go for us. And I'm already celebrating, but don't celebrate too early. Things have gone wrong here before. Porsche curves. We navigate them without an issue. Virage Dupont. Virage du karting. Virage Corvette. Maison Blanche. And then it's just the Ford chicane. And the chicane du raccordement that we will have to navigate. And then we will cross the line as the Le Mans winner 2005. We have done it. Against all odds, we win the 24 Hours of Le Mans 2005. And here then are your final results. After 2 hours and 27 minutes, 37 laps, we come out as the winner ahead of Alexander Frey for Courage Competition. 7 seconds he was behind us, so it after all was that shorter pit stop that gave us the win in the end that we could afford thanks to the crash that we had earlier. Sounds strange, but I guess it is what it is in the end. Tom Christensen, the top Audi, only third ahead of Lehto and Tortelli. Krum in P6, then the last LMP1 car that has seen the checkered flag. Gareth Evans wins for Chamberlain Synergy Motorsport in LMP2 ahead of Paul Belmondo and Val Hillebrand. LMP2 also not too many finishers. I think 6 it was that actually saw the checkered flag. One is multiple laps down though. Benjamin Leuenberger wins it in the Chrysler Viper for Paul Belmondo Racing, and it actually is a Paul Belmondo 1-2 and a Viper 1-2 in GT1 as Jean-Michel Papola finishes second in class. Run Fellows, finally a good result for him and Corvette, who finished on the GT1 podium. Tough luck for Marco Picella, who just misses out. And then already on the second page, it was a race of attrition, many retirements, we'll see in a second. Daryl O'Young wins it for Gruppe M Racing in the Porsche, so they have beaten Ferrari this time. Joe Mackery, top Ferrari in P2 and GT2. And then it's Beltoise Felbermeier. Freddy Lien had multiple laps down, but at least he finished in the Horaglista LMP2. Darren Turner, he was, I think, the first retirement, or the last retirement, depending on what you see it. 13 laps down, Fabio Babini 18 laps down, and then, yeah, on the final page, a long list of retirements, including 3 LMP1s. Well, there is actually a 4th one that has retired, Sohail Ayari, who is 33rd, the first retirement actually, running out of fuel. We have shown you this in the first part of this 2-video race. Now, what does that mean for the standings in LMP1? Double points awarded for the 24 Hours of Le Mans in this series. So we take the championship lead also for the first time, but it is only a small lead ahead of the ADT champion Audis of JJ Lechter, who's 3 points behind us, and Tom Christensen, who is 6 points behind us. So that championship is far from over, with 5 races still to go. No, sorry, 4 races still to go. And then in LMP2, the V8s start to mix in with the turbos, who had the big fuel advantage so far this season. Le Mans, well, it was a bit of a different story, as Mike Newton finished very high here. So, yeah, the V8s are gaining a bit of momentum, though Gareth Evans very much clear of any V8s in the championship lead. 2 points just ahead of Paul Belmondo, though. And in GT1, the also dominant Aston Martins have now company at the top from the Paul Belmondo Vipers. But let's see how this develops towards the end of the season now. So yeah, there is also an interesting fight still going on in the highest GT class. And then in GT2, the battle between Porsche and Ferrari. I think this is the closest class of them all. So yeah, still nothing decided, but Daryl O'Young, with that win here today, takes the championship lead from Butch Leitzinger. And that has been it with the 24 Hours of Le Mans. We will get back to some regular running next time in 2 weeks, as we will go racing at the 1000 kilometers of Monza. So subscribe to not miss that, leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and I hope to see you all the next time. Until then, goodbye.